Hey guys, welcome to a video where I show you all my best tips for clear glowy skin, and I'm also going to walk you through my natural glowy girl skincare and makeup routine. I currently have nothing on my face. Excuse my burn. I burned the shit out of myself with a straight iron and I'm really hoping that it heals. I really don't want that to scar. I'm trying to take care of it, but just say a prayer. So let's just get right into it. Let's talk about your skin and how to get clear skin. I'm gonna give probably my #1 tip to start this video. Stop being so hard on yourself about your skin. Let me just give you an example. Me and my sister, we both growing up had like really bad irritation to dairy. She's vegan now, so she doesn't even have dairy, but when she used to, she would always get really bad inflammation in her face from dairy. Like she'd get spots under her skin and like just redness. And when she became vegan, one of the things she noticed was she had clear skin. That never affected my face, my skin. Dairy never affected that, but it affected my stomach. I always have a lot of gut health issues, cramping, pain, like serious response to dairy. That just goes to show this same method that we talk about when we talk about our health and our physical health. When you can do the exact same thing as someone else is doing, you can eat the same way as them, you can work out the same, your body will look different. You can use, and same with skin, you can use the exact same products as someone else is doing and your skin is still gonna look differently. This is something you can just consider, ideas you can consider, routines you can consider, but listen to yourself. If something's irritating you, your body is going to tell you that, and that answer is always right. So keep that in mind. That's my #1 tip. Is this product I do use every single day. This is the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. I have the water cream too because there was a sale going on and they totally suckered me. The first trick I'm going to give you is if you don't want to do full coverage, which I actually think helps make your skin look more natural and glowy if you don't have a full coverage moment, and you have darkness under your eyes. #1 tip, focus on hydrating. That is something I definitely am religious about. I always hydrate under my eyes because I can get darkness under here, and to me it's the easiest way to lift your eyes, make them look a little brighter without having to do all that coverage. Step #2, focus. This goes along with that same eye step. Focus on massaging under your eye. Like, look at the difference. That one literally looks more lifted than this side. Isn't that crazy? And my cheekbones more pronounced. Like, okay. Again, massage under. Really lifts your eyeball. Gets some blood flowing to the face. Step #2, 3, I don't know which one. I always lift. Shoot the energy upwards. I really do believe in that. That there's something about lifting the energy up on your face that it really lifts your whole face. Next up, we're gonna go in. I usually use Smith's Rosebud Salve is my favorite lip gloss of all time. I also love the just like basic Vaseline, but today I'm using the Laneige Grapefruit one. This one I'll just like sub in sometimes, and I'll include photos of the other ones I use right here. So just gloss it up. This is just the hydrating step. My next tip is this. The cooler a product looks and the better it smells, most likely the worse it is for your skin. Honestly, I'm going to keep using the example of food because we forget that a skin is an organ, like it's still a body part. So what you're putting into it, it's going to react to. Just because it's on the surface doesn't mean that it's not having internal reactions that come out on the surface. So this is what I say. Think about like a food that looks really cool, like a rainbow like piece of like pie that has like neon green sprinkles and like all this stuff, and it smells insane and like super fake fruity flavor. That is gonna taste phenomenal, smell phenomenal. If you tend to have a more sensitive stomach, like I do for example, I know that that's not gonna feel good. Same with skin. If you have more sensitive skin, if it looks really flashy and it smells really good, that means they're putting things in there to lure you in, the marketing side of skincare, and they're not thinking about the reaction your skin's gonna have. So taking that into consideration, if you have really sensitive skin, try to avoid all the flashy, like fun, cool products. I never get the influencer products. I never get Hailey's whatever, Rhode Beauty. Like they're selling a product. They're not focused on the skin. They're just focused on selling their product. So they're gonna make it flashy. And that means they have to put stuff in it that's not good for your skin. if you have sensitive skin and if you react to that kind of stuff. Again, these are just the tips I live by. So my boyfriend got me this and I gave him so much, you know what, because it was Vera Bradley, but it was so cute and I have to use it, and honestly it's so practical. So if anyone wants to hate on this bag, it rocks, okay? And I don't care if it's Vera Bradley, it rocks. I haven't used Vera Bradley in a long time. That's all. There's no hate. Now we've done the skincare, we're talking about skin. Let's talk about clean makeup look. Less is more. Like, honestly, this is another #1 tip for me. So I had a pimple here last week. I did not cover it once. One, because if you're thinking about your skin and not just how you look, like putting a ton of chemicals and makeup on an irritated spot on your face isn't really like good for it, if you know what I mean. And for me, like if you focus on making the rest of your face look really glowy and you focus drawing people's attentions above the zit, they're gonna focus on, oh my god, her cheekbones are glowing, oh my god, her hair looks, oh my god. Like if you just draw away the focus and make every part of your face look like stunning and natural and clean and fresh, they're gonna think, oh, she has amazing skin. They're not gonna focus on the little pimple. Or they'll think, oh, she has amazing skin, she's just having a little pimple. Like, no one's gonna notice it. If you try to hide it, you're drawing more attention to it by putting a ton of makeup. So that's a big tip for me for sure. I'm going in with my Glossier, oh my god, it's all over my hand, Glossier bronzer. This is the Solar Paint. I will say it gets everywhere for some reason. Like, it never is just like a clean close. Like, it always, even when I close it, it just like somehow like leaks out and it's always all over. But otherwise I actually really like it and I'm surprised. And I just go in on my cheekies and like that. Sometimes I do my nose. I'm gonna avoid my little burn spot. I'm looking in the mirror, by the way, if you see me looking over here. Should I show you guys my setup? It's not very luxurious. I'm on the ground. Hey. And you're popped up on makeup wipes right now, so we go like this and like this. And then I take a beauty blender. Oh, huge tip. If you have very sensitive skin or if you're having a breakup, do not use these. I never used beauty blenders growing up because, like, think about, like, there's all this stuff stuck in this thing. Like, if you have irritated skin and you're pounding something that has old makeup and oils on it and you're not washing this a ton, which, let's be honest, like, personally, I'm not, then it's just boom, 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 just putting it all there. Use your fingers, like, wash your hands before you do your makeup and then use your fingers. I literally only used my fingers growing up. I've switched over because this thing just blends so well and I don't like use it like a ton. Like, I use it lightly and gently and like I do, you know, I'm making excuses. It just blends so well and it hasn't seemed to irritate my skin a ton. That's the other thing. Like, if you notice that your skin's being irritated by something, don't use it, you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, like, it's really hard to not want to cover things up that make you feel insecure, but also remember, like, there's a lot of marketing going on when it comes to skincare. Like, you have to cover this up, you have to not show this. Because if you actually want something to go away, usually the best thing to do is to not put makeup on it. But companies want to sell you so that, honestly, sometimes I think they try to sell you so that it gets worse and then you need to keep using their product. That's my theory for a lot of the beauty stuff that we use. I always apply multiple layers because the beauty blender kind of washes it off. And this is another thing that I'd say about glowy skin. Focus on like dewy products, but also focus on like really highlighting like a glow on your cheekbone, because I think anytime someone's cheekbones are just like looking really bright and glowy, they just look so natural and it's always the best. Also, I lost my brow brush, so if you see my brows looking a little cray, they're actually not that bad right now, but they've been looking cray. Okay, next up is my Milk blush stick, lip and cheek. Oh, you can put it on your lips. That's fun. I never knew that. And the shade is Work, W-E-R-K. So then we'll just put this here. Another big tip I would have is stick to products. I don't buy a ton of like experiment, ooh, try this, try this. If something works for my skin and it makes me feel confident, I stick with it, because I think your skin learns to like react to certain products and get used to them. And if you keep switching it up, I think sometimes it like, it's really hard to tell if something is irritating your skin. It's really hard to tell what it is at that point. But also I think your skin has a hard time adjusting, is my guess. This thing I'm obsessed with, Jones Road Beauty Miracle Balm. This is shade Magic Hour. Again, look, my Glossier is just getting everywhere. It's like really shimmery and it's like a bronzy shimmer. And it's so satisfying. I'll show you guys. To like mush. And I just put this on my cheeks to give myself, oh my god, posture is just so hard for me, to give myself a nice glow. I always put it right here. I'm not gonna put anything near there because I don't want to get anything on it that could irritate it. And you just want to think about like the highest point of your cheekbone where it can hit. Ooh. And then this, like where the light would hit. Sometimes I'll put it on my nose. Sometimes I think that looks like kind of cakey if you have like a ton on your nose, because it's just like a little bit unnatural. Okay, so this will be another tip. Focus on the most natural parts of your face that would be highlighted. Let me just explain what that means. So like in the summertime, why does everyone feel so confident? Because you're tan, your cheeks are tan, your skin's kind of glowy. So I try to focus, okay, where would naturally my face look the most tan? Where would it naturally have the most glow? So like here, probably not my nose, so don't put it there. And then keeping everything looking fresh with my lips is also key to kind of making everything look super glossy. Okay, for the sake of the video, we're gonna do some mascara as well. And usually I use Refi brush and I really brush up my eyebrows. That's a huge tip. Another big tip for lifting your face is brushing up your eyebrows and really keeping them hiked up. It just pulls everything up in a really natural way and it makes them look big and like fluffy and natural. I use the Refi brush. I cannot find it, but I will link it and I'll put a photo here. Ding. Next up is the Lancome. I use two different mascaras. Lancome Lash Idole mascara. Oh. And the Bad Gal Bang Benefit mascara. So I'm gonna look in the mirror. Oh, also a natural thing. I try to focus on the cat eyelash look. Like I focus on the outside because I think it sort of like gives like a cheeky little lift to your lashes. Because if you have like a bunch of mascara, sometimes that can look less natural versus like just a little tint to like tease it. You see how it just kind of like lifts a little? Ooh, ooh. So yeah, it's always harder to do on this side because I have to go across my body. Okay, next up, using this one and lift. Oh my god, no. Also, I just used my spit. I'm sorry if that grosses anyone out, but it's the truth and we're being honest. Focus on finding a mascara that leaves your lashes not looking like super clumpy, like really thick. More, look for more like length. See how it's just like a nice little lift on the end? This side always looks better. I'm trying to make it look as good on this side. I'll just blink and like pull it. Okay, last step but not least, I'm just putting a little more Laneige because bish, you can never be too glossy to look glowy and fresh. Ooh, come on. All right, you guys, that is it for my glowy skincare makeup routine and all my tips and tricks. I definitely have some more tips. So if you guys like these types of videos, let me know and I could do maybe like a little series moment or something. But yeah, this is the final look. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Love you. Bye. Girl, why? I'm not used to doing good posture, so my literal back is like, oh, it's hurting. Ooh. Okay, hold on.